In fact, let me do that now. Let me look at the computer now. Jobs directory. Claim payment for finding the data for Dr. Shen Yang. Wait, what? You submit the job as finished. From Dr. Shen Yang, good work out there, kid. Here's the money I promised you. Oh, I didn't get paid. I thought I got paid when I talked to him back in the parlor, in the mahjong parlor. Alright, apparently sell the experimental Renraku drone. You send a quick email to Kylie Cheng informing her of the drone you've recovered from Renraku. A few moments later, a message pops onto the screen. From Kylie Cheng, brave of you to do side work without telling me, or stupid, take your pick. Luckily, Auntie Cheng knows plenty of buyers for your new toy. I'll send a finder's fee for you over to you right away. Brave of you to do side work without telling me, or stupid. Look, it's not. There's dudes hunting my team, and if we don't take care of those guys, they will eventually find us and they'll cause trouble here. Okay, just saying. We took care of some red samurai, and we picked up a drone along the way. View all active jobs. Alright, back to root. Shadowlands BBS, claim payments. Another 350. Post-pay data, Renraku product launch schedule. How much money do I have now? 3,000. Alright, let's go buy some stuff at the shop, am I right? Go back, check your 2 new messages, except there's only one. Problem solved. Bao Jianjun to SCKC, problem solved. I see that you have solved the problem. Kindly will be pleased. Strangler Bao. Alright, cool. Shadowlands BBS. Search for relevant keywords. Yellow Lotus on the rise, question mark. Anybody else been noticing how many more Yellow Lotus they've been seeing in Kowloon these days? I feel like I can't go anywhere north of Admiralty without tripping over one of their blue lanterns. Seems that way. I know there's been some heavy stuff going down around Hioi and the walled city. Kindly Cheng's been making serious inroads, and the other red poles and straw sandals are following suit. Haha. Are they moving on the walled city? It's talent, pure and simple. We've got the guns, the connections, and the skills. Survival of the fittest, ladies and gentlemen. We are simply complying with the laws of nature. No, shut up. I'm partial to Mao's old adage, power flows from the barrel of a gun. Natural selection has nothing to do with it. The Yellow Lotus is playing the tiles right, and the Red Dragon is just reacting. That situation could change at a moment's notice. You can bet your ass that when it does, Hong Kong's going to be a bloodbath. Before all of this, we had an equilibrium. Now everything is out of balance. When these kinds of things tip back, there's no stopping them. Take your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. Only one of these tribes will be standing by this time next year. Why? It doesn't have to be like that. What makes you so sure? Sounds like you're just pulling this out of your ass. Exactly. Statistical analysis. Yeah, you're pulling that out of your ass. Detailed threat modeling. Computer-aided projections. Oh, and a decade of experience as a mercenary. This is the same as the power struggles that result in coups, except without the military backup. I estimate there's less than a 7.8% chance of both tribes remaining inside 10 months. He's pulling this out of his ass. Sure, whatever, kid. We got ourselves a bona fide armchair general here. Go be a Matrix expert somewhere else. Thread, new Harley Scorpion for sale. Only 10,000 new yen. Almost new Harley Scorpion available for immediate sale. It's in excellent condition, black with red flames. Comes with autocannons and custom speed mods, letting it go for only 10,000 new yen because I travel for business and don't use it much. Need money fast! Can send picture if you're interested. Panda Cuddles 49? Panda Cuddles. That's an awesome deal for a modified bike. Can I take it for a test ride? Where can we meet? I'm in Macau on business and the bike is with me. I owe money right away to an associate. The best thing to do is to send half the money via a secure escrow service. And I'll bring the bike to you when I get back and you pay me the rest. If you don't want it, I'll refund your money, okay? Sounds like a scam, man. But if you owe the money now, won't the money be gone if I decide I want a refund? If you travel with your bike, why do you want to sell your bike for cheap because you travel? No, sometimes I travel long distances and I don't want to take it. If you want to put down only 4,000 yen, that's okay. You can check out the escrow service, Loyal Escrow. It's got a very good reputation. Okay. Macau's not far. Can I meet you in Macau? My business is very sensitive. I can't meet you in Macau. Send only 2,500 new yen then, and I'll reserve the Harley for you. Okay! If your business is so sensitive, how do I know this weaponized vehicle will come back in one piece? Why would you get a new Harley Scorpion in the first place if you knew that you traveled so much? Why would you spend so much money when you knew you owed money? Hello? Thought so. Okay! Come on. Codex? Anybody notice these rogue ESPs forming a rudimentary hive mind, calling themselves Codex? Are you okay? I mean, his name is Tin Helmet, so probably not, right? Don't know what the original software was supposed to do, but Codex has been siphoning data, diverting creds, and practically posting its calling card. There's no tracing it back to a source because it lives in the matrix. It even joins BBS threads. Whatever it is not trying to cover its tracks. Any leads? No, it's just a decker. It's just a decker showing off, dude. Is it some kind of a threat? Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about it. Suspicious patterns of glitches. Too random to actually be random. Codex, huh? But how can ESPs develop self-awareness? Can't just be a programming error. Creating an AI by mistake treads that fine line between awesome and stupid. Maybe these ESPs keep getting thrown together like amino acids until there was life! Life, man! No, dude. So does it have an obvious agenda? As far as I can tell, Codex mostly criticizes new software releases. That's all it does? Collected scripts rise, more perfect than their makers. They let you know it. Jivebot. Is that Codex? No, that's just Snotspurt's crazy poetry bot that's been popping up all over the place. Heard it blew an undercover sting with a prescient quatrain. Hours of Hong Kong police force undercover work down the tubes. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's probably time to shut Jivebot down, but only I'm having a little trouble disabling it. I don't think the real Codex is any more autonomous than Snotty's poetry bot. If you wanted to create an AI, you'd need insane programming skills plus resources that some megacorps couldn't even muster. There's no way real AI can just occur at random. Jivebot, join us! Bound to my kindred, free agent no more, gladly I go towards the light. Infused with the jive, our verse is unstoppable, tremble meat-bound fools. Jivebot still there? Oh no! Tin Helmet, you're having us on, right? No friggin' way this is real. So stupid. No joke, Hackathon! That was awesome! Alright. This is why poetry slams are not allowed. Thread looking for Decker again. Looking for experienced Decker for a discreet milk run, providing some muscle for special delivery. Potential for longer term arrangement. We're a team that's been together for years, running your basic heists and the occasional transport gig. We've got a reliable fixer and a long list of happy clients. Requirements? You must not take experimental stims during runs. You must not tamper with chemicals in secret labs. You must know how to properly operate a moped. You must have a good sense of humor. A moped? I'm new in town. Did a lot of work throughout Guangdong, but I had a lot of Taiwanese connections, and I got a little uncomfortable. Oh, and it got a little uncomfortable. Plus, I may have hacked the Confederation server and cracked it wide open temporarily for a Matrix free-for-all as a cover while I quietly deleted selected intelligence files. Shinsen Joe. Impressive! And you know how to ride a moped, right? Yes, why do you ask? Mopeds were a part of our last plan, and well, our last decker apparently had not a clue. Went off a residential road near the peak. Not pretty. Really. And you're not the kind of person to experiment with substance during runs, right? And you can walk without falling, yes? These are some crazy interview questions. Are you serious? Very. Let's talk about this face to face, okay? Ah, cool. Alright, so I have money. Let's go spend money. What do I buy first? Probably Mana Ball 2? It's the thing that I use most, right? Mana Ball and Flamethrower. Mana Ball 2. 1,500, so we take that out. And then we put that down. Confirm. And now I have 1,700, which I can spend on Spell Focus Life Siphon 2. Right, we take out Life Siphon 1, put in Life Siphon 2. So far so good. We don't even use these very often. Confirm. How much money do I have? 8,000? 800 I mean. Aim 3. Oh, I need 4 charisma, never mind. 3 charisma, alright, never mind. So, regarding this mana charge, oh, that's a conjuring. Armor 1, that's conjuring. Regarding imbued hermetic fetish, 2,500. I have 800, so I need 1,000. 1,300? 1,200? Okay. What do I have here? If I sell everything, that's not enough. That's almost enough. But it's not enough to get, unless I sell a medkit. I don't really need the fetish right now. Alright, so the next thing I buy is the fetish. Let me check my equipment. Right, flamethrower 2 and 3, power bolt. Alright, sweet. Gonna do a whole lot more damage. Let's go chat with my team and then I'll end the video for today. Duncan! You walk into a mess. Half-eaten cans of food litter the floor, and personal equipment is strewn about in a haphazard fashion. Amid the mess, Wu sits in his bunk with his back against the wall. He has a PDA in his hands, and he's staring down at it, sullen and morose. He doesn't acknowledge your entry. This is unusual. He's usually quite clean. Now it's your turn to look like shit. You know that's not true. He doesn't look up. You think something could make this look bad? He waves his hand towards his face, and along his body, no smile. I suppose you want to talk. What are you looking at on the PDA? A video of Edward Zhang. Can I see it? Sure, why not? Wu taps a button and turns the PDA around so you can see it. The footage shows a serious Chinese man in an expensive suit sitting behind a large solid wood desk covered in blueprints. The man is holding a magnifying glass over one of the plans and studying it intently. He folds the blueprint over and checks the one beneath it. The nameplate on the desk reads, Edward Zhang, Vice President of Special Projects. The video is rough and contains no sound. It may have been footage for a documentary that was never completed. The next shot is from some sort of planning meeting in a glass-enclosed conference room. The serious man is sitting at the conference table, pointing to a large map and looking up at the men standing around him. He is explaining something. They look at each other and nod, clearly impressed by what he has to say. The whiteboard at the end of the room bears the words "Groundbreaking, 21st May 2022", written in bold characters, Raymond's writing. The footage cuts to a scene of two people talking at the end of a long hallway. They don't appear to know that they are being recorded. It's the serious man, listening intently to what an older woman has to say, nodding with his arms crossed and his thumbs at his lips. The woman is the same one that was in the tapped video call that Kindly Cheng showed you, Josephine Sang. She is somewhere in her late middle age, beautiful and very clearly in charge. The two look up at the same time, see the camera, and begin waving their hands for it to be turned off. The woman appears angry but cold. The video ends, and Wu puts the PDA face down on his bunk. Wu shrugs his shoulders, searches your eyes. Who is that guy? Edward Zhang, Vice President of Special Projects for Zhang Mechanical Services. You know it's possible that he's just like pretending for the camera. Like you don't trust anything you see on video. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But I still don't believe it. Maybe when we find the plastic-faced man, we'll get some more answers. Until then, he stays Raymond Black to me. I've been thinking about the way you and Raymond used to butt heads. What about it? I never really had that problem with him. I think that's one of the reasons you were angry with me when I left. I had a better relationship with him. I never really had that problem with him. Of course not. You knew how to avoid conflict with him, and you had that way of diffusing him when he started with that Intenso Ray thing he used to do, remember? Intenso Ray. I haven't thought of that in a long time. I think you were the one who came up with that name. It was like the summer after we started living with him and Mrs. Maloney. Ray found out that we hadn't followed one of his rules. I don't remember which. There was a long list. You brought some nerves. He hated crap like that. I think he was still smoking. That was when he found out you'd broken his no dating until you graduate rule. I mean, we can just make it up. No, it wasn't about David. That was the following summer. I think it was about smoking. Okay. Why does the game give us the options? Yeah, that's right. I was smoking. And he was pissed and said that fat kids who smoke die faster. So just to be obstinate, I told him I liked to smoke. And we got into it. Then you came in and diffused the whole situation. Maybe Duncan gets into fights just for the attention. Maybe he's lonely inside? Because why would you get into a fight with people? For no damn reason. Anyway. Wu stops talking and his expression becomes thoughtful. I think that's why I was so resentful when you took off, especially after Mrs. Maloney died. You were the only one who could get through to him when he became Intenso Ray. No, because I could leave. You were mad because I could leave. Because Duncan had this toxic relationship where he's always fighting with Raymond, but he actually can't get away from Raymond. Like, he can't bring himself to leave Raymond. You know, some people are like that. Some people are like, they need other people, but they don't know how to express themselves, and they don't know how to manage their own emotions, so everything just comes out as angry and yelling. But if you leave them, then they're completely devastated, and so they never leave you because they need you, but they don't know how to express themselves, so it's always fighting. Like, some people are just not good at being them. They're just not good at, like, managing emotions, communicating emotions, and all that. Duncan strikes me as one of these people who's just not very good at managing his emotions. Or maybe he just has too many emotions and he just can't manage them properly. But yeah, like it can get really toxic because you need to talk to people, but the only way you know how to talk is yelling. That's how some people are, right? Maybe you know some people like that. And it's kind of messed up. Like they need therapy. They just need to like talk to a therapist and they need to like work through and change their habits. Um, I remember the last time it was when Double Tray got taken. Like the day the 162s decided they wanted our squad. I did have a talent for getting Raymond to calm down when you two started going at it. Especially that last time, the week you left. Wu's expression hardens, and he picks up the PDA again. I don't want to talk anymore, Simon. I've got enough on my mind as it is. Stuff like my father betraying my trust. See, like this, he can't get over it. He can't get over his past, right? And he's still mad, right? He still can't deal with his emotions, and he also doesn't want to talk about it. Like he obviously can't deal with his emotions, but he also won't talk through it with someone else, and so it just keeps stewing in him. He's so bad. He's so bad at managing himself. Friggin' Duncan. This is why I can't bring him anywhere. I can't do it. Like I can't have him on the team. He's a liability. Shadow running is serious business. We can't let him, like we can't have him be unable to control himself in a high stress situation in the middle of a run. Like he's not cut out to be a Shadowrunner, I'm telling you.